Everyone has seen that one movie franchise that they love and has been part of their life for what feels like an eternity. As a child, we've all seen that one film that just instantly encapsulated us and has been a cornerstone of our life ever since, possibly even making up a big part of your personality. The enjoyment of these movies helps create new bonds with people and that we may have never met if it wasn't for these movies. However, I'm not gonna lie, most of these movie franchises that I feel like most people consider to be like the best ones have fallen off since their prime, about the 90s, 2000s, or 2010s. And what might be one of the biggest examples of one of the more modern franchises is the MCU. The MCU is one of the newer big behemoth franchises, I guess you'd call it. It started about 2009 with the first Iron Man movie, and it was good. Every movie, almost every movie was a banger, and then Avengers Endgame came out, capped it off. It was a great story with lovable and memorable characters. And then after the Endgame, it had a bigger fall off than Man United after Alex Ferguson left. The only MCU movie after Endgame that I can think that people actually care about is Spider-Man No Way Home. And what doesn't help is the amount of movies they put out along with the shows. Disney is really acting like the Kaminoans with these Marvel shows on some 200,000 units already and with a million more well on the way type shit. And no one cares about these shows because who actually gives a shit about Wonder Man? I didn't even know he existed before the show, and I still don't know who he is. I didn't watch it, but I digress. Disney just puts out so much slop and then turns out to be trash instead of putting one or two good movies a year onto the market. And people always talk about superhero fatigue and stuff, but the new DC universe seems to be going pretty strong. There's only one movie out, but the Superman movie is pretty good, and the hype for the next Supergirl movie that's coming out seems to be quite big as well. Now, the next franchise I want to talk about is one that you're probably all expecting, and that's Star Wars. Now, Star Wars is my favorite movie franchise of all time, so I might be a little bit biased, but I don't actually think Star Wars has fallen off as bad as other people might think. And yes, the sequels were created, and that might be one of the worst pieces of fiction ever made. Bonnie Blue honestly could have made a more cohesive trilogy. But the other media that has come out of Star Wars since the Disney acquisition's actually been decent. Rogue One I think is pretty good, and what might be a hot take is the Han Solo movie I actually enjoyed. And the shows have been mixed, but Mandalorian and or Bad Batch, they're all good in my opinion. Star Wars also doesn't put nearly as much out as Marvel does, so you're not bloating everything with random background characters that no one knows who they even are. Can you tell me who Coleman Trevor is? I can tell you that, but I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, but your average viewer might not. There hasn't been a movie for 6 years. However, if the new Mando movie that's coming out isn't good, Star Wars could be cut. Now, the next franchise I want to talk about is the Jurassic Park franchise. Now, Jurassic Park is a mixed bag. The first 3 movies, in my opinion, are great. Jurassic Park 3 does have its ups and downs, but I do think it's much better than the latter 2 Jurassic World movies. I like the first Jurassic World movie that came out in 2015. Now, I realize it's probably not actually that good of a movie, but in my opinion, I just love it. It's very entertaining. But the next 2 Jurassic World films fell off a cliff. It's like when Blitzwing throws Bumblebee off the cliff in the Bumblebee Transformers movie. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom starts out decent, but with them going back on the island, Ayo, not that one! But once they go to the mansion, it's just so boring. You only really see 3 dinosaurs that aren't just locked up in cages until the end of the film. And then the main bad guy, the Indoraptor, dies by falling through a roof and getting stabbed by a Triceratops skull. It looks cool, but would it have hurt to make the fight against Blue last a bit longer? And in Jurassic World Dominion, this movie is better than its predecessor. That's probably a really hot take. But when you compare it to the first Jurassic Park movies, it's like Raditz versus the farmer at the start of Dragon Ball Z. And it's also really long. It's 2.5 hours, and I don't think that it needed to be that long. And that Locust subplot thing was just so boring. I don't actually know why they included that. The main villain, the main bad guy's plan was to put out locusts to kill farm crops in a dinosaur movie. Why did they actually think that was a good idea? And then Jurassic World Rebirth came out last year, and I actually think it's pretty good. However, it is another just one of those we've discovered a new island
that there's a third
movies.
island.
It's a bit repetitive. Now, for a smaller franchise, if you like monster movies, you've probably watched Pacific Rim. Now, I love this movie. It's basically Godzilla vs. Transformers, and the first one is great. It looks amazing, the action is cool, the robots are just realistic. But then the second movie, half of what made the first one so cool is just removed. I mean, most of the fights take place during the day, which I just don't think it looks as good, and you can see the CGI errors more. But the robots act like they're ninjas. I mean, just tell me any robots that can do a whole ass gymnastics routine. Anyway, if you all enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And once I reach 100 subscribers, I will be doing a left hand reveal. So if you want to see that, drop a sub. And I think you should watch the video on the end screen now.